On this episode of Bed Bath and Beyond, the humans talk about sports and Zed Run. Ooh, they love their NFTs, but we aliens love to fly around in our UFOs and make you guys question and argue with each other if we exist or not. So we've hacked this podcast intro so that we can continue messing with you guys. And it's starting right now.
3, 2, 1, go. I am Ian Peacock.
And I am Andy Heidemann, and I hate sports betting. No matter what you say, I'm betting 100 on it tonight.
Welcome to Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, brought to you by B3T Sports.
.com.
Thanks, Ian.
You're welcome. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah,
Andrew.
It's my birthday.
You are 30 years old. How does it feel to be out of your 20s and an old person?
I'm falling apart. I feel
Now
old. I'm dying.
Everyone thinks you're 30 now.
That's true. You just wrote it into existence, basically.
Well, no, I've been telling people. Like, everybody.
Like who?
Like, all day. Like, all our old coworkers, all of our mutual friends that aren't close
30.
enough with you to know your actual age. My family. I'm just telling everyone. So
that's
you're pretty
actually
much
funny. There's no way your family thinks I'm 30, though.
Oh, for sure they do. It's the beard.
Really? Oh, no.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
I think I'm going to die 5 years earlier.
Well, now you just said your real age, so.
Well, but who are they going to believe?
Not you.
Not me.
All right, we got to keep this episode kind of short today.
Why?
All
What
right?
do you have going on?
I got a lot of things going on. I'm actually going out to a party. It's my other friend's birthday too.
No way.
What are you doing tonight?
Literally nothing. All I've done today is work. I have a flat tire on my car, and I get that fixed tomorrow, so I can't go anywhere tonight.
Jesus,
it's Thursday. Yeah, my life is sad.
That is sad.
As if 30 wasn't enough.
We're brought to you by this episode's sponsor, Spindrift. Spindrift is sparkling water and real squeezed fruit. Yeah,
Fruit?
That fruit.
I'm pretty sure is what you just said. Is that part of the ad read?
Yeah, they actually said fruit. Sparkling water and real squeezed fruit. Don't worry, I'll go back and edit it. Yep, that's it, is their tagline. Real fruit, tastes better, Spindrift.
What do you want to start with today?
How about, let's start off with the Clippers. My Clippers, my LA Clippers, who are still without Kawhi, losing to the Suns on a ridiculous inbound alley-oop.
Yeah.
That was insane. They lose 103 to 104, and Phoenix now leads the series 2-0.
Which is so good for Phoenix. I mean, just because, every game that they win, obviously, it's another game where they get to wait for Chris Paul to come back. You know, it's like, and he's not, Chris Paul is not like a superstar anymore, but he's such a good role player for them that if he's back, I don't know. If Kawhi's back, they'll always have a shot with Kawhi. Like 100% always have a shot. But being in a 2-0 hole, they were in a 2-0 hole, I think, in the last series as well. I mean, that team's got to be tired, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be exhausting to constantly come from behind.
Well, and not only that, but the Suns are coming off a 4-0 sweep, aren't they?
Did they?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Did they sweep?
I'm 90% certain they did.
Let's see.
Because because even if that's not true, even if it's 4-1, I know it wasn't a 6-game series or anything. So even if it was 4-1, I mean, they are so rested.
They did. They swept the Nuggets.
So which also was bizarre, but whatever. Now I have to take it back what I said about the Bucks, though. I thought the Bucks were gonna sweep or maybe 4-1.
I'm telling y'all.
I still have the Bucks to win it, but I'm just Trae Young, dude. He's played electric the whole fucking playoffs.
Yes, Trae Young played electric. Hawks beat the Bucks 116-113. They lead 1-0 in the series, and they play tomorrow, Friday.
Yep.
Suns and Clippers play their third game tonight. So we're going to find out pretty quickly if this is a bad situation, because if the Clippers lose tonight, I think it's over.
Yeah. Is Kawhi playing tonight? Do you know?
Kawhi Leonard injury update. Clipper star ruled out for Game 3.
Oh, they're fucked. There's no way they win this game. There's no way they win this game.
What about playoff P?
I mean, I don't think he does. Maybe I could be wrong, but I mean, I don't think that I think the Clippers are in some deep shit.
Chris Paul listed as probable.
Can you imagine if it's listed as not playing?
So, but imagine if the Clippers with playoff P beat the Suns with Chris Paul.
I mean, yeah. Where's the game at tonight? I know you don't give a shit about fucking home field advantage, but I think sleeping in.
There's no such thing.
That's not true. 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 I want you, whatever party you're at tonight, I want you to poll people. I'm not a joke.
Yeah. Okay. It's a very forward-thinking theory, right? Like that's like me, like being like, "Hey, what do you guys think of like cryptocurrency?" Most people are going to be like, "Oh, I don't blah blah blah." Like I don't really like understand it. Ha ha ha. Like, but if you actually think about it, when the courts are the same size and you're playing indoors, and really all you have to deal with are fans. It's
not fans.
There's
it's
no
travel. It's not staying in your own fucking bed. It's all this other shit that's like it breaks your routine. Yeah, there's home field advantage, dude.
They play at the Clippers.
Okay, thanks.
So actually, you know what? The Clippers should win tonight, right?
I'm just sure.
Right? No, that according to your theory, Andrew, the Clippers should win tonight.
I love how this is now all of a sudden my deal when you're the one who not only said it's factual that home field isn't a thing, but are now calling them theories, not facts.
I didn't say did I say factual? There's no way I said fact.
I'm not that arrogant. Talk like it's a fact. You're not that arrogant. Get out of here.
I'm confident, but I'm not arrogant. There's a difference, Andrew.
Want to hear the saddest news today?
Yeah.
The Cubs are half a game back.
The Cubs are half a game back.
Yeah. Milwaukee has 42 wins. Cubs have 41. They broke the tie.
Let's see. That makes... Oh. No.
They're a whole game back, technically. But
that's only because... Okay, that's only because they didn't play on Wednesday.
Right.
And the Brewers play the fucking Diamondbacks, worst team in baseball, and they played because we were tied on. I went to the game. On Tuesday. I went to the Cubs-Indians game on Tuesday. It was fucking electric. Cubs beat the Indians 7-1. There were back-to-back Yabos. It was just fucking awesome. Contreras and Wisdom back-to-back. The whole stadium was just a fucking electric factory. And I saw on the big scoreboard on center field, because they keep track of all the other games in the MLB during the game, and I saw that the fucking Brewers were playing the Diamondbacks. I was like, okay, fuck it. That means the Brewers are going to win, so we're still going to be tied. And then we didn't play yesterday on Wednesday, and now, Andrew, I'm surprised you haven't brought this up yet, we have the Cubs-Dodgers series starting tonight, 4-game series. So tonight... Tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, Cubs Dodgers. We're gonna see who. We have a little rivalry going on during then.
I'm glad you brought that up. I was gonna talk about this, although I am nervous as fuck. Dodgers were on a 3-game losing streak. We're now fucking 4 games back from the Giants. The Padres are half a game behind us. I'm not liking where we're at currently.
Padres suck. We swept them.
Well, I hope to God that they suck because they need to drop one game here to give us a little cushion. Because I don't know. I mean, we're not going to sweep the Cubs.
No, you're not going to sweep
I don't
the
think there's no way.
Cubs. Get
I mean,
the
like,
fuck out of here.
No, that's what I'm saying. We're not going to. So I mean, like, at best, we're going to go 2-1, and assuming the Giants don't lose a game, I mean, that's still going to put us another game back. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, we're hunting for wild card at this point.
There's still so much season
No,
left.
I know, but I'm not about it, dude. I'm all about riding.
It's not even halfway over. The All-Star break hasn't even happened yet.
Dude, I know.
This isn't football, Andrew. This isn't football.
Is. I'm giving this. I have the foolproof plan for predicting these things. I'm telling you, I already know what's happening. The Dodgers are gonna make the playoffs as a wild card. They're gonna win their first game, and then they're gonna be out in the first round of the actual best of best of 5 for the first round. Are they all best of 7s then?
No, maybe the first series. The first series might be a game of 5.
Because I don't know. I just assumed that maybe it'd be a little bit less. Because that's still that's just so much fucking baseball.
Who else does that? Who else does series of 5 in a series of 7 final? Is that
I think it is hockey.
Because basketball does game 7s throughout the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then there's like 1 or 2 sports that does game 5s or like series of 5 right at the very beginning. And then it turns into a 7 series.
I can't recall off the top of my head. Maybe it's tennis.
Anyway, the Dodgers are 4 games back to the Giants. It's not even All-Star break. Just calm down.
I'm allowed to be upset. This is my first baseball season. You let me feel how I feel.
Oh, man. What else we got? Let's play. Okay, let's play our favorite segment, Bottom of the Barrel. Bottom of the Barrel NFL news with Andy Heidemann.
Okay. Oh, okay. We got a couple of things.
I bet we do.
So, okay, the Bears came out and said that they expect Montgomery to beat his 2020 numbers.
Okay.
The Jaguar, or do you want to rate these individually or all at the end?
I'm going to rate the whole thing. Now, You did bring up the Bears, but I'm surprised you didn't bring up a more interesting topic surrounding the Bears right now.
We might get there. We'll see if I know what you're talking about.
Well, can't you just do all the Bears stuff at one time? Why are
these are not in.
How do you organize them?
These are in order in which they came through the.
They're time sensitive.
Yeah,
they're time sensitive.
These are when they came in, got into my hands.
All right.
The Jaguars signed Laquan Treadwell.
Sucks.
Yeah, the Bengals offensive coordinator said that their 6th round rookie running back Chris Evans has the most natural hands of a running back that he's ever been around.
Captain America.
Antonio Brown's probation ended a year early.
Oh, very cool for AB.
Yeah. Dolphins are prioritizing downfield aggression this year, according to some beat writers. Cole Kmet for the Bears as apparently their most standout player during OTAs. And
I traded him.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I don't blame you for trading him. Tight end.
No, it was a good deal. I traded him to a Bears fan.
Yeah. And then Antonio Gibson's improvement, everyone says it's like night and day. Hype out of the camp. Those are our segments.
Wait, there was nothing else about... Oh, wait, yeah, you did. You said Cole Kmet. I'm going to give it a D. It a D.
That's fair.
But you missed a very... I would say this is pretty big surrounding the Bears. And I heard about it because I live in Chicago and all the local news stations are talking about it. The Bears are looking to buy the Arlington racetrack. Now, why is that important? The Arlington racetrack is a horse racetrack out in the suburbs, out in Arlington, probably 45, 50 minutes away from the city. There is speculation that the Bears want out of Soldier Field. And they're going to build a stadium at the Arlington racetrack since they are just put a bid in for the property.
it's kind of crazy how sports teams can just hold like cities hostage for that kind of shit, because they bring in so much money for like tourism and just do stuff for the local economy that's so important that they'll say, well, you can either, get the zoning and pay us out a little bit and give us some tax breaks on our stadium, or we're going to move towns. We're going to go somewhere else. And the town always is like, no, please, God, don't, like, because it's great to have a fucking professional sports team in your town, right?
Right.
So, if I'm a Bears fan, maybe I'm like, oh, God, I can't believe you want out of Soldier Field. But if I'm a Bears fan, I'm also thinking, thank God you're not fucking leaving Chicago. You know what I mean? Yeah, 15 minutes, whatever.
I love having the stadium in the middle of the city. It is so fun. It's right on the lake, it's just a perfect location. It's part of the history. The Bears have been playing at Soldier Field. Here's a little fun fact, a little history stat for you. The Bears have been playing at Soldier Field since 1971. That's a long time. They even have, the architecture in the actual stadium is amazing. I've been to a Bears game. It is awesome. They have the old school pillars, okay? Like it looks like a coliseum. And then when they did the renovations, I believe earlier in maybe in the early 2000s, they expanded the seats and everything, but they put basically a spaceship on top of the coliseum. It just looks like a giant tech.
Really?
It's fucking sick. You should look up pictures, or maybe just come to Chicago and we'll go to a game. But it's awesome. The stadium is sick, and even when you walk inside, it's got all the original Coliseum architecture, but with that modern splash of technology. Now, I do know the team has a lease at the stadium that runs through 2033. So there's still a good solid chunk in that lease. So if they are going to go to Arlington Heights, where that racetrack is, then that would be just like a long-term alternative. I think they're just putting it in the back pocket.
Well, it's interesting because when you say they have a lease, right? Because obviously the average fan and myself probably, I don't know much about this. Are they renting that stadium?
Yeah, the stadium belongs to the Chicago Park District. So it's owned by the city of Chicago.
So if they're building their own, that's like long term. You're just paying property tax on that then?
I guess.
Imagine owning your own stadium. That would have to save you so much money in the long run of owning a sports franchise, right?
For sure. I feel like that's the economical.
I think it's super smart for them. From a business standpoint, go for it. But again, if I'm a fan and it's not in the middle of the city anymore, that will suck. But again, just be fucking happy they're not going from St. Louis to LA.
Well, it's the Bears, and not only that, but it's Chicago.
Oh, I know. I can't imagine them leaving, but you never know. Like I said, just count your lucky stars.
Yeah, I guess. We saw the Raiders.
Yeah,
build a nice black pearl in the middle of the desert and just moved there and said, "Yeah, we stay here now. This is our home now.
This is our home." God damn. All right. Well, so that's the Bears. I actually didn't hear about that, so I'm kind of glad you brought that up.
Yeah, I actually just upgraded the whole bottom of the barrel segment to a C+.
Hey, you know what? That's fair. Let's see. Is there any other sports news? Or do you want to talk? Oh my God!
What?
The Blue Jays are beating the Orioles 0-9 at the bottom of the fifth.
Who cares? That's not. Who cares? Yes, the Orioles suck. I don't know why you have to bring that up.
Oh God! No. Why do I have to bring it up? Because everyone else has to know.
Okay, so what else do you want to talk about?
Well, I'm assuming you want to talk about Zed Run.
Oh, do I, Andrew? Do I want to talk about Zed Run? How about the fact that I've sent you 3 or 4 gems? I'm talking straight gems of horses, and you've just looked at them and watched them pass by. Every single horse that I've sent you.
Only one of them was one where I was like, I really want this. The other one's like, I'll look at these. I don't know yet. But the one
You're talking about Command Hunter?
The one I really wanted, which obviously I wanted because that one was phenomenal, was gone before I even was able to look.
Well, yeah. I think when you responded to me, it had already sold. Command Hunter is a Z6 Genesis Finny. Only raced 11 races, so obviously take this with a grain of salt. but it has come in first 2 out of those 11, come in first or second in 4, and has come in first, second, or third 5 out of the 11 races.
Great.
And it's sporting a ROI of 80.5%. That obviously it'll go down, but its odds aren't bad. I'll be completely honest with you. It's got some sub 10 odds. Yeah, I mean, it's a good horse. Now, here's the thing, Andrew. The other horses I sent you, like Spirited Acclaim, for example, another Z6 Genesis horse, these horses are super cheap compared to the drop price. So usually what happens when we see Genesis horses after drops, they go up, specifically with Buterin. Like if you want to get a Z10 Buterin horse, you have to pay $300, which is 3 times more the drop price. Like the drop price is like $120, and the cheapest Buterin Genesis horse right now on OpenSea is like $350.
Right.
However, for some of these more expensive horses, like the Z6 Finnies that have a drop price of around $1,600, you could have gotten these horses for maybe around the $1,000, maybe even less than $1,000, depending on, I know Ethereum's like kind of dipping and diving right now. Probably less than $1,000, which is a great deal, because here's my theory. Here's my game theory. And here's my game theory of Zed Run. And I'm not going to take credit for it. I've just read a lot of blogs, I've been in the Discords and everything like that. I think Zed Run, specifically with the Genesis horses, it's going to become a breeding game, okay? Because after all 36,000 horses are minted by Zed, the only way to get a horse or a new batch of horses is to buy them off of breeders, right? Like Zed Run currently holds the majority of all the horses through their Genesis horses, and they've closed breeding. So really, if you want to get a horse right now, you have to either wait for a drop, or you have to wait for someone to sell one of their horses that they got at a drop. So what's going to happen is when all 38,000 or however many, I think it's 38,000 horses are sold that are Genesises, that are minted by Zed, once they're all out in the open, once they're all out in stables, the only way you're going to get more horses is through breeders. And you're going to see, I'm not joking, you're going to see companies, you're going to see stables open up, and literally their only job is going to be to breed and sell horses. They're not even going to care about the racing aspect, they're going to care about racing. But
they'll have probably like a different division at all in their company for that. Like, this is our race division, this is our breeding division. Like
Exactly. And since Genesis horses are at the very top of all of the hierarchy of the fucking family tree, those are going to be the most important, most valuable horses in the breeding game. So, Andrew, what I'm basically telling you is that you need to stock up on Genesis horses now. Because
I'm looking at them, and I'm still, the concept is there for me, and the fun is there for me. Like, it's gambling in a way. I mean, I know some of them.
It's better than gambling. It's better than gambling because you're gambling on yourself. It's also an
investment. But I'm just like, as I look at it though, and I know that there's growing pains, and we've talked about that before. But I'm having some real issues with these guys. Like, they haven't emailed me back for the second time. I am constantly.
Well, hold on. Did you expect them to respond to you?
I did. I expected them to lie, is what I expected them to do, honestly.
I know.
But I expected them to message me back and say, yeah, we don't know what happened, we're really sorry, or something like that, which, I mean, like, because they're a big-ass company. Well, they're not.
No, they're not.
Company.
They're tiny.
They're not, but I'm just... Well, what I'm saying is they
have less than 10 employees.
They're well known in this industry for, like, you know, if you look at other NFT stuff, Zed Run is at the top, right? You don't think so? I mean, I feel like they are the talk of the town when it comes to this model that they are working on.
I mean, yeah, they're a huge, like, there's no one else doing I mean, there might be some people doing utility sport race, like horse racing. I think I've seen drone racing. Obviously, there's about to be a fucking knockoff called Doge Racing, where you're racing fucking dogs and shit. But yeah, Zed Run is the cream of the crop when it comes to racing or competing NFTs. You have huge ass players, like much, much bigger players like Axie Infinity. You have big art NFT platforms like Nifty Gateway, Super Rare. Like you have much bigger players in the space, in the NFT space. But if you're talking about specifically, I mean, I would say Axie Infinity might be the biggest NFT game out there right now. But Zed Run definitely has the power. I think it definitely has the sustaining power to stay it long term.
Right. And my big thing, like I said, is just they're gonna grow and they're gonna get better, and I do want to get in on it, but they're making it hard for me. Like I just, you know.
Well, listen. I've been in it. Look, I totally get where you're coming from, and I totally understand because I was in it too. I got fucked.
Right. Oh yeah.
In a different way. I obviously got an email. The email just didn't work on the Terra drop. You never got an email, but we still got fucked. We both got fucked, and I had to wait for the next drop to even get Genesis horses. And that was the very first time I even got Genesis horses. But I've been in this game since early April only because I bought on the secondary market. So I think what I'm telling you,
like secondary market is where I'm gonna have to make a play.
It doesn't have to be where you're gonna make a play, but
I don't think I'm getting an email again. So I mean, I think it is where I have to make a play.
Sorry.
In my mind,
I misheard you. I misheard you. I thought you said you're not there yet, that you have to rely on the secondary market.
Oh no, I'm very much there.
Well, that's where I was because I bought Fingers and Too Quick, my two Nakamotos, and we'll get to some of the restructuring in the Black Pearl stables in a minute. But I bought my two Nakamotos on the secondary market on OpenSeas, and I love Fingers. Fingers has been a very great investment for me. Too Quick, I bought, it was unraced. He had a really good family lineage. He's just not a good racer. Like I can already tell he's got the pyramid shape instead of the U shape on his racing. He doesn't get good odds. He always finishes like in the middle of the pack. So I'm not really moving classes or anything like that. So I actually sold him this week.
Oh, and you ended up making a profit on that, right?
I did. Yeah. I made a nice little profit, both in US dollars and in Ethereum. I sold him for more Ethereum than I bought him for. And even with the Ethereum dips, it still turned out to be a good little profit. And so what I'm going to do with that profit is I'm going to invest that into Genesis horses in the next drop, which I believe is sometime in July, probably mid-July. Okay. But because basically going back to my game theory plan, I think the more Genesises that people buy gives them a better advantage to set up kind of like a breeding stable, right? Like I think that that's going to be the future. Is like it's going to be, and it's totally risk free because if you don't race your Genesis horses, they maintain value, and once all the Genesis horses are minted, well, the only way to get an unraced Genesis, it's going to be like Pokemon cards, right? They sell packs. Well, once they stop selling the packs of a certain collection, you're never going to be able to get an unopened pack. Exactly. Right. So I'm kind of viewing this as the unraced Genesis are kind of like an unopened pack of Pokemon cards from like the 90s, right? Like the first edition that are now going for a lot of money. But not only can I don't even have to let them sit in a closet. I can actually make them breed with each other, and I can either sell or race their offspring. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. I get to keep them unraced, pure virgins, if you will. Well, not virgins because I'm going to make them fuck each other, but I mean race virgins. They're not going to be racing. And I get to also, as they continue to maintain and even increase in value because they're not going to be raced, I'm also going to be using them to breed, which will give me more income options to either sell or I could race their offspring.
What is the site that you used for, like, you use a third-party site to, like, do research on these horses, right?
Knowyourhorses.com.
Oh, knowyourhorses.com. Okay.
You knew that.
Well, I know, but I don't know how often we've said it on the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were doing like a little plug.
Exactly. KnowYourHorse.com.
KnowYourHorses.com. It's a great third-party tool. It tells you, pretty much breaks down all the horse, shows you their lineage. It shows you the race breakdown, how much they win, how often they win, what the odds are for every race that they ever raced in, and even shows you like ROI, what their entry and winnings fee, their entry fees and their winnings were. So it's a really, really cool site.
Yeah, and I think it gives you so much information that you just need to, like, if you're gonna buy a horse, like, don't just go and buy one. I guess you could if you really wanted to, but God, I feel like when something like this, I would definitely do your research.
Definitely do your research. But yeah, I'm looking at Command Hunter right now. Damn, he's a sexy horse.
Yeah,
sexy fucking horse.
I'm looking at horses like right now.
Yeah, man. I think typically I've been saying wait till the next drop or wait till breeding opens to get a good deal.
I think that's true, except for maybe Z6, Z5 type horses. Like if you're able to get
it's going to be the more expensive, the better the deal.
Right.
So since Buterins are super cheap, you're going to have to still pay. It's going to be the cheapest Genesis option, but you're still going to have to pay 3 times what you would pay on a drop price just to get in, just because the entry level is so low. However, as you keep going up the food chain, you can get Z6 Genesises for maybe like 25% off, maybe 50% off. And if you keep going, I saw someone buy a Sabo, like a Z4 Zabo for right. I want to say they got like 200% off because they paid a fraction of what the drop price is, but it was a bad horse, right? But again, if like the value is going to be breeding, right? The value is going to be people are going to want to breed Genesis because that's the top of the food chain.
Well, right. And honestly, the way it's set up too, you can get lucky with your horses and breed them out to be like, you're going to breed one and be like, you know what? I don't really care how much it would sell for. I'm going to probably grab it and just race it. Like, I want this one to be a racehorse. And then you could be like, oh, this is a U-shaped horse. It's great. And now I have a racer. You know what I mean? It's just
exactly.
So I don't know. As I'm looking at horses now, like all these ones are, I know you got to keep an eye out because obviously deals aren't just going to fall in your lap. But some of these horses I'm looking at are just so terrible. So bad.
Just got to keep your eyes open.
But anyway, I think that's it. Like, you got a party to go to, and I'm going to do laundry on my birthday.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
it feels like that should be the reverse, right? If it feels like
it does feel a little bit, but
how about I do your laundry? How about I do your laundry and you go to the party for me?
How about you do a shot for me at the party?
All right. Maybe a nice little grapefruit shot.
Grapefruit.
Normally, you can only get this technique in one of my classes, but I wanted to share this with you because I believe every man should get grapefruited. When you grapefruit your man, it's going to feel as if you are giving him head and fucking him at the same time.
Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling.
Valentino Summers and Wave Runners. Chains on my niggas like slave runners. Drug dealers anonymous. Valentino Summers and Wave Runners. Chains on my niggas like slave runners. Drug dealers anonymous. How many Madonnas can that Mazda fit? My brick talk is more than obvious. It's ominous. Garage is the phantom. Ghouls, ghosts, and goblins. Blonde mohawk the collection. I'm Dennis Rodman.
No better feeling would he ever get than being grapefruited. No better feeling would he ever get than
every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Every time I come
to hit the showers because baths are for babies.